Welcome to a special edition of the PesterLine podcast. It's the trade deadline edition.
Trades!
With our surprise guest, Alex is in the country, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sean. I'm Mike. And this is going to be a quick little knockout of a little bit of trade deadline info for the Avalanche and maybe some other teams as we're approaching that. It's Saturday or Friday at noon.
Friday noon, I think.
Eastern
it's
time?
like 3 o'clock Eastern or whatever.
Rachel Tawes had an issue with this too during the pregame yesterday.
Yeah, I don't fully know what time the deadline is because every year
it's like soccer. It's imaginary clock. Nobody actually knows.
It seems like a soft deadline.
We're in penalty time.
I know. It's like a weird thing where, like, if you get your trade call, if you're in the queue before this time, they'll stay open for you.
Did the NHL figure it out better than the NFL, and you don't have to fax it in now? You can just send an email like a normal person.
No, we send carrier pigeons.
That's why it takes so long.
That's why you still hear about trades like 2 or 3 days after that actually did happen before the trade deadline.
So the Avs had a quick trade earlier this week. Well, actually, right before the weekend, sending Girard to Pittsburgh for Kulak. We also sent a second-round pick, 28 second-round pick.
Yeah.
And it looked like a cap move, but it also could have just been to strengthen the defense in a different way.
Well, I think the way I see it, it freed up like $2 million, I think, or whatever, because Kulak is a lot cheaper, and he's also on an expiring contract anyway, and Girard, I think, still has 2 years left. And his play as far as with the Avs is kind of diminished a little bit. And his trade value from when I think all three of us were kind of saying, hey, we should trade Girard for value. His value kind of plummeted ever since he broke his sternum in the Stanley Cup run.
He didn't break it. A semi-truck did.
Yeah, he got punished.
To be fair to him,
when Vegas decided he wasn't going to play anymore that season,
he ran into a literal brick wall.
Was that Howden?
I don't remember who it was. I just remember
honestly, it might have been Colasar.
Oh no, it was McNabb. It was Braden McNabb.
Oh yeah, it was McNabb because I was
just borderline assault
because he also ruined Joey Hishin's career. So there's a
that
pull
doesn't
for
break
you.
easy.
But no, I think it's a little bit of both because it gives us like just shy of $9 million, 8.7 for the Crosby conspiracists out there. Conspiracy corner.
Welcome to the scary door.
Welcome to the Crosby zone. But yeah, I think it gives us like 8.7 at the time of the trade. Obviously, we'll accrue more. I think I saw something today that we'll have about 10-ish million by Friday.
Okay.
So I think it was partially a cap move and partially to bring in another left-handed defenseman, which is weird because we traded a left-handed defenseman for a left-handed defenseman, but it is what it is.
The logic is there, I think.
It's somewhere in there. If you look hard enough, you can find the logic because the Avs have so many right-handed defensemen, and it's such a weird thing to think about because right-handed defensemen used to be a very rare breed, and now the Avs have too many. It was like, years ago we were complaining about how we have too many centers and not enough defensemen, and now we have too many defensemen and not enough centers.
Look, don't worry. As this show goes on, people will become very familiar with the fact that we will complain just about anything.
Correct.
Anything and everything, really.
We are unsatiable.
I mean, look, we lost 2 games in regulation up
Insatiable? On or in?
Insatiable.
Thank you.
I got you.
There goes my degree.
Hey, I lost mine last week.
Can you spell it?
Shucks.
But I mean, overall, I like the move. I think I like what Kulak's brought to the team so far. He definitely makes a lot more physicality than Girard did.
Yeah, we can just ignore the fact that he sounds like a Harry Potter villain.
Kulak.
maybe that adds to it a little bit. I don't know. I mean,
And we can add in the fact that Gerard's hurt already.
he's got a lot to live up to wearing 27, though. At least in my opinion.
As he does.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. But he's looked good so far. With that, the Avs probably still look to add a little bit. I don't think much. But, I mean, it's never a bad idea to add some backup and some extra depth pieces. I mean, you don't have to do anything. It's nice. You don't have to do anything in your top 6.
We can trade both our goalies again.
No, we're past December already. We're past that window.
Yeah.
I mean, Shesterkin's probably going to want out of New York here soon.
Ooh, yeah. That's
Russian goalies don't do well here.
And
that's true. Good point.
I'm wearing one. I'm wearing all number 1.
Varlamov.
I mean, he tried here. He should have won the Vezina.
Yeah.
At least 1 year that he was here. But no, it's bad in New York because I mean they just trade Panarin for essentially peanuts.
Green tree.
Which I don't think is necessarily completely. I mean, I don't think it's 100% there. It's not like 90% Jury's fault.
No,
I think
it's ownership's fault. That's another ownership problem too, in my opinion.
Oh, it's also a GM problem. Let's be honest here. Jury's made some questionable decisions. But you look at what happened there, and you got to figure. Gavrikov goes to New York to play with Panarin.
Then Panarin goes to the Kings.
They're he turns everybody down to go to New York. He wants to play in New York. He signs this massive deal to play in New York. And then they trade Panarin. They are just spiraling downward. I wouldn't be surprised if Shesterkin is gone soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Fox tries to work his way out.
Fox wants out. He's mentioned it in
which
public.
is hilarious because he refused to sign his entry-level deals to go to New York. And now he's like, wait a second, this isn't good. I want out. You see how they treated Trouba, where he was like, I want to be here because like my wife's here. And they were like, yeah, screw you. Get the hell out of here.
They sent him across the country. They sent him to Anaheim.
You can find a new wife.
So it's... I think their problem is a lot more than just ownership. It's everything from your owner to like your assistant GMs are all just running that team into the ground.
Right.
Because at this point, I don't think anybody you put on the ice or any coach you bring in is going to help because all those players are like, okay, well, when's Jury going to screw us over next?
Yeah.
Who's the next one out? So that's fun.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Who's the juiciest prospect on the block?
That we can actually get, or
no, just like in like all 32 teams. Who was the juiciest?
That's a great question.
I don't really know off the top of my head who would be like your number one in the pipeline. Like the NHL doesn't really put out things like the MLB does, where it's like, here's your top rated prospects.
Well, maybe we should start
every week.
Probably Vinny Trocheck out of New York. The only problem is Sean was telling me off air.
Well,
he doesn't want to move west past a certain point.
I think Alex is talking about guys like Callum Ritchie or Gliev.
Oh, like actual prospects.
Yeah, not vets that are possibly on the trade block.
I know Nabokov is a pretty highly rated goaltender prospect. Ilya.
Oh.
He's in the Avs organization.
Wrong one. He's one of our guys.
He's one of our goalies. He's a top goalie prospect. Him and Sebastian Kosa in Detroit.
You just gotta keep him away from little girls. As a lit reference.
Oh my God.
Who knows it?
Anyway.
Anna Karenina? No.
I don't know.
Lolita. That's right. Nabokov wrote Lolita, right?
Yep.
I'm straight up. I have no idea.
Yeah. Dang it. Why did I say Anna Karenina? What the fuck is wrong with
This
me?
isn't even the main episode, and I got a lit reference in.
Woo! Shisha.
Give me back my degree.
I mean, there's a lot of teams I think a lot of teams are also looking to tank because you have some high prospects in this draft. So I'd be wondering if teams are going to sell. I will say one of the things about Shesterkin that I thought was really funny. I don't know if you saw this, but the ownership group from the Rangers sent out a letter to their season ticket holders that they're planning on, quote, retooling. And Shesterkin says, I didn't read it because I don't speak English.
That's such I hate the retool term.
Yeah, we can blame Chicago for that.
That is such a joke. And Chicago did it well.
Yes, they did.
They did it great. But like the way they did it was like, okay, we're going to trade you away to another team, and then we're going to get you back. They're going to have them retain some of your contract and get you back because our cap space is cap hell right now.
Like Teravainen and Saad.
Yeah, like everybody, like and Versteeg, like I think they traded Versteeg after every cup they won, and then got him back to win another cup.
Oh my God, is he still Is he now the GM in Florida? I think that's where he was. But like that's another move too. Like Edmonton traded for Connor Murphy for like a second round pick, and Chicago retained. That's a move that I think is interesting because we talked about this last episode. Edmonton's defense is shit. It is hot garbage. I don't think Connor Murphy is going to fix their fucking problems, but at least they're trying something.
No, the only way you fix the problem is to get rid of that $9.5 million pylon that sits back there.
Darnell Nurse.
That's your problem. You're paying $9.5 million a season to a guy who can sort of play defense sometimes.
Paired with a guy who doesn't really play defense but can score like crazy in Evan Bouchard.
Yeah, you're surprised when he makes a good defensive play, which
Correct.
is not what you want out of a defenseman.
So, all right, we only have a few more minutes, Sean. Who are your targets if you're the Avalanche? Who would you go after? Who do you want to bring in? And what would it cost? And is it worth it?
Well, as far as what I would want, positionally, we'll start there. I think what the Avs should be targeting, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, a bottom six center.
Oh, I thought he was going to say something cool.
No, it's one of those like, okay, this is like obvious if you watch the Avs for any extended period of time. Like, shore up the bottom six a little bit. Go find yourself a center that could handle a third line scoring role, as opposed to trying to play Drury, who is like a borderline third line center, but a really good fourth line center. Maybe another winger. And then they're probably going to try to find another left-handed defenseman.
So you've essentially named...
But I don't know how much with Kulak, honestly, and I don't know if it really fixes the problem or anything. With Kulak coming in, I don't know if they're really going to press too much for a defenseman at this point.
Like Luke Shen. That was the name I've seen spread around a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate Luke Shen. I think you could get him for pretty cheap. At this point, with the win now attitude, especially like to try to win another cup before Makar signs a new contract, who cares about the picks?
True. Fuck them picks.
Like at a certain point,
Fuck them kids.
Like at a certain point, go win a couple more cups. The future is now kind of idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smoke around Kadri, who, if you're going to try to bring in a center, I think that's who you target, because you know the coaching staff trusts him. And that's the hardest thing with Bednar is him not trusting guys and then benching them in mid-game, and then you end up with McKinnon playing 30 minutes a game.
The only concern with that, and it's something we've talked about, with the Kadri thing, I've grown more comfortable with it over the last few weeks. It's the price point. That's the issue I have big time.
That's one of those things where, like, if you're going to make a move for a center, you don't want to screw up the chemistry that the team has right now. I think Kadri is the kind of guy that would come in and not be upset about playing a third line role. Hopefully that would get Bednar in a position where you rotate the lines a little bit more. It might force them to shake the power play up a little bit. And whether Kadri contributes to that or not, him being here might change the units a little bit.
It's not a PesterLine episode if the power play isn't mentioned. You were violently shaking your head at that. Why? I'm just curious, because I agree with you in some regards, but my reasons might be different than yours.
Well, I mentioned it last show. I love Kadri. 2022 will always live in infamy in my life. But
that hat trick against the Blues.
That's great. Like, I love that, but I still don't trust him in the playoffs.
He
has more outburst, and like he popped his top in that playoff series, and it's like I said, I love the guy. He's an Av for life, but I don't think we need that.
What about?
I think to stay there for just a second.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Mike.
I feel like for me, if you're going after Calgary and you want Kadri, I think you also try to snag Coleman while you're at it.
Ooh.
And get some extra value there.
That'd be so expensive, though.
But, I mean, you look at it, and you're helping them clear cap space. I know they don't want to retain on Kadri, but you might be able to get them to retain on Coleman.
So that's, 9.5 there. But then who? So are you sending Colton on the other way? Is that what you're doing?
You can't. Colton has, like, a no-trade list.
Are they on there?
I think there's like a 10-team trade that he would accept a trade to.
Okay.
And I would almost guarantee you
there are no Canadian teams?
That the Canadian teams are on his no-trade list, like everybody else in the league.
Right.
So I would bet you anything that Colton has Calgary on his no-trade list. I don't think there's a chance in hell he waives to go from a contender to a team that like might be a lottery pick.
Right.
So, I mean, you'd probably be looking at whatever the next year's first we have available is, which I think is maybe 28.
Jesus.
I don't know if we have next year's first. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you trade whatever our next first-round pick is. You probably look at a guy like Bardakov, maybe Gulyayev, and then, I don't know, whatever the next 20 second-round picks we have, because we love trading those. And that gives you a little bit more value on top of Kadri.
Do you think? Yeah, it was front office just pulls up their laptop and like, why do we still have these second round picks?
Look at all these second rounders we still have.
I think I'm rid of these.
Get rid of those.
Gross.
It was like trading Gerard for Kulak. They were like, we have a second round pick.
They just have a standing date to go play golf or go to a restaurant during the second round. So they're like, we cannot have picks.
We can't do that.
We have our 2027 first rounder still.
Okay, so you use that, and then you get whatever retention you can out of them, because I think Calgary only has one retention slot left, and they're not going to want to use it on Kadri. They just want to get rid of that contract.
Can I tell you what our draft picks are for next year?
Oh, hold on. Is it a first round, and then what, like the fifth round?
So for 2026, for this coming season,
do we not have anything until like the fourth or fifth round?
We don't have anything till the fourth round. We have 2 fourths. 3 fifths, no sixths, and 4 sevens.
That's what's so hard about being good is like you just cannot get excited about the draft because even if we do have a pick, it's last, and we don't have a pick.
Right.
Yes, like we're not gonna go out there and draft the next McDavid or McKinnon or whatever.
No, we got to watch the Sharks draft them.
So it'll be a curious adventure on Friday. We'll see what happens around the league, what happens with the Avalanche. The nice thing is, like Sean said, we don't have to do it. The Avs don't have to do anything. We don't have to try.
It becomes an interesting situation because I've seen like guys after the season come out and when like a team doesn't do something on the trade deadline and be like, well, it doesn't. I don't understand it 100%, but like when the teams make moves, the guys in the room feel like that's management saying, we believe in you, go get it. Here's your help. It was like I've seen some stuff with some of the 22 team after they won the cup, and they were like, yeah, those moves we made at the deadline really helped us feel like management was like, we have it this year. Here's your backup. Go get it.
Getting Lehkonen and Helm.
And when teams don't make moves, the team's like, okay, cool, you didn't believe in us, so you didn't want to make any moves at the deadline to try to bolster anything.
I mean, that's hard to say when you're top of the league.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird mentality that like I've just seen.
If you're middle or like barely in the playoffs or like right on the edge of getting in the playoffs, okay, yeah, sure, like here's the backup. But when you're top of the league, do you really need backup guys?
Like, what's Dallas going to do? Is Minnesota going to go get Trocheck? Like,
Dallas is going to give us Robertson.
Yeah.
Didn't he just sign like an $11.2 million
Dallas
contract?
Is going to trade us Robertson for a bag of pucks, and they're going to retain 50%.
And then someone else is going to give us a pick. We're going to give a pick to someone else, and then they're going to retain 25.
And then Dallas is going to turn around and trade for Ryan O'Reilly.
And they're going to make sure that Rantanen never plays a game against us.
Because there's another name that's been kind of linked to the Avs a little bit is O'Reilly.
I would take him over Kadri just for that face-off percentage.
I would too.
That's another thing.
He'd play third line minutes now too.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing where it's like if you're going to bring in a guy like that for that sort of situation, bring in a guy that's been here.
He knows the deal.
Bring in a guy that knows the room, that's not going to shake things up too much.
Yeah.
Don't go out and try to get some like young gun who's. Unless you can get Macklin Celebrini somehow.
Some young whippersnapper.
Give me Macklin. Give me Will Smith. Give me Kent Johnson.
Give me Liberty.
Give me Dylan Gauthier. Dylan Gunther. Sorry, not Gauthier. Dylan Gunther. I'd take Dylan Gunther from Utah and put him on a real team.
I still can't believe Utah's a team.
I think they're going to make some moves too. That team, I mean, they went out and got Sergachev, and that's kind of made a huge move for them.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be massive buyers.
Yeah, and they're right on the cusp right now. They're in the first wild card spot.
San Jose is gonna be a fun team to watch this week.
Yeah,
because like they're
Celebrini wants to win.
They're
Holy
on
shit.
the cusp of getting
He's
back
got
to where
some
they
time.
were.
Yeah, I know.
So, hell, maybe they trade for Adam Fox.
I would not be. Oh my God.
Maybe they go out, they bring in Adam Fox.
That team is young and scary. They're going to be a fun team to watch in the next decade.
I can't wait to watch them choke again.
Until they get that stick out of the Sharks' throat.
It's like there's a few things in life that are guaranteed. Death, taxes. The Sharks are gonna choke.
Oh my God. That's
like I was.
I love Askarov too.
Introduced to hockey. That's like here's the original six. Here's the Stanley Cup. Here's the team that's always gonna be good. Just not in the playoffs.
Here's the Sharks. They're always going to get to the playoffs. They're going to look good for a little bit in the playoffs, and then they're just going to stop.
They're going to look
There's
dangerous.
Evgeny Nabokov right there. Oof. Man. Well,
last minute predictions.
Yeah. What do you think? Any big trades that you can think of?
The Avs are going to get O'Reilly.
Okay. Sean?
I would prefer O'Reilly, but I think
O'Reilly.
I think if they can get the retention, they're going to get Kadri.
Face off win.
I think it's going to be of like a late call, and it's going to be a center. I'm concerned that it's not going to be either of them. It's going to be someone like a Boone Jenner.
I wouldn't hate that.
Just because of rate, and I think he's a UFA at the end of this.
He's also plays for Columbus, and
yeah,
C-Mac loves trading with Columbus, so
right.
You know.
And I think they have faith in the lineup as is, so it won't be too much. The move I'm concerned about personally is if Trocheck does go to Minnesota. That just bolsters that front line a little bit more, gives them a true top six center to go with Eriksson Ek, and Boldy gets a little support.
There was a small part of me that was hoping that playing with Brock in the Olympics would make him maybe want to come here for cheap.
Oh, God, I was hoping so too, but too far west. His family's in New York. But that's the end of this trade deadline episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hype the video if you can. Please subscribe. We have 8 subscribers right now. That's good. I'll take that, but we want more. If you see any of our shorts, pass it around. We're also on Instagram and X. Follow us there.
Eventually, we'll probably be on TikTok. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
At some point, depends on your algorithm. But for Alex and for Sean, I'm Michael. This has been the PesterLine Podcast. We'll see you guys soon.
Okay, love you. Bye.